we're like, oh, okay, everyone must be excited about the Cybertruck. Then the call begins, and Elon was like the most dour, downbeaten, downtrodden CEO like I've heard in a while. And like he has different moods, right? Like usually he's very ebullient. This is like dour Elon. I mean, he said things like, I'm scarred by 2009 when General Motors and Chrysler went bankrupt, and has seared into my mind with a branding iron. Then he talked about the challenges of the Cybertruck, and he said, we dug our own grave with the Cybertruck. Nobody in general digs their own grave better than themselves. And then he about interest rates and how we have to make our cars more affordable, and that when interest rates are high, that just raises the price of the car for the average consumer. So, I mean, he's complained about interest rates for quite a while, but he was just like, he just sounds deflated, and it really brings into question whether Tesla's going to hit their target for the year, if more price cuts are to come. So it's just, it was wild, and like you're seeing the stock is down 10% today. That's a big move for Tesla.
So they need a warm puppy or a new plan?
It's like I was talking about this earlier today with some colleagues. I think the one thing that people forget is that the era of free money is over, and Tesla's growth story was really fueled by these rock bottom interest rates that lasted for like over a decade. And this is the first time that Tesla has really been in a high interest rate environment. And the automotive industry is very cyclical. People are very price conference. When you have mortgage debt, when you have credit card debt, when like cost of food is through the roof, when like your personal paycheck is not going as far as it used to, like a car is a really big purchase for people. And if you can't afford that monthly payment, you're going to wait. And unfortunately, like Musk has kind of trained us all to know that like he will continue to cut prices. So I think a lot of customers are sitting on the sidelines wondering if he's going to cut prices yet again. So there's just so he's in a little bit of a pickle. I think that you're going to see a lot of analysts change their price targets. You're going to see a lot of forecasts for 2024 come down. And then we also, so now last point. So they're going to hand over the Cybertruck on November 30th. We still don't know how much it's going to cost. Like they still have not given any specs. So that's like a big missing number.
Did this make you feel, Anna, like it was 2018 for Tesla all over again when, describing production hell, sleeping on the floor of the factory? Is it that
It's a little bit, it's like we're in interest rate, I guess we're in interest rate hell. And yeah, I mean, I think anytime a company brings forth a new vehicle program, it's tricky. It was just interesting because he did kind of allude to the fact that like getting the Cybertruck out in high volume is gonna be hard, and like you would think that Tesla would have learned these lessons over time, but this is like a whole new vehicle. He said he's like, oh, the Cybertruck has a lot of bells and whistles, and it's like, well, geez, like, do they need all the bells and whistles? Like, I would love to know, like, what exactly is so hard about this truck? Like, he kept saying on the call last night that they dug their own grave with it, but like, why exactly? Like,
Kevin Tynan on our air yesterday, Dana, made the point that it's every other car that they built has sort of been based on the same. It's not the same. Is it the same chassis? It's the same platform. That's how he describes it. This is like so risky, starting something completely from scratch, building it out of stainless steel. I mean,
stainless steel, yeah.
It's a big risk for the company.
I did see one, so like they do exist. Like I actually saw one like driving in my Oakland neighborhood while I was like walking to Trader Joe's, and it went by like.
You're being followed by Tesla, Dana.
I couldn't get a close look, but I was like, oh, there's a Cybertruck. Look at that, and so like they do exist, but yeah, like it is risky, and I think a lot of the things that Tesla has done, like they announced this new plant in Mexico, and he also kind of slow walked the plant. Like they're gonna. I mean, they're still going to do it, but they're not going. They might not like construct it as fast as originally planned. Like they just, they're just. He's worried. Like he's, to his credit, he's like the longest-serving automotive CEO right now. He's been the CEO of Tesla since 2008. So he has been through these economic cycles, and I think he's pretty astute to them. I mean, he was also warning like commercial real estate is there's more shoes to drop with commercial real estate, and he was talking about credit. Like it was interesting to hear him kind of expound on economics. But like, the more he talks, the more the stock tanks, and then you're really seeing that sell off today.
As someone who covers this company and the twists and turns of all things that are Tesla and Elon Musk, I do wonder, he's gone through different periods. Is this just another different period or something different, do you think, in the life cycle of this company?
It's a little bit different in that, he has not had to manage a kind of high interest rate environment